Hey everybody, have you ever noticed that in English, the word eat isn't always about food?
Yeah, I recently discovered figurative speaking for eat.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have a phrase, eat this stuff up, we eat this stuff up. And this has nothing to do with actually eating anything.
Right, that's what we're going to talk about today. Unique usage of eat that you won't learn from a typical English class. Let's jump right in.
Hey everybody, CrossTalk FM is an English and Japanese bilingual freestyle podcast. In this podcast, we explore some cross-cultural themes and trends. I'm Andrea.
Hi, I'm Tomoya. このポッドキャストは英会話スクール&カフェを運営しているアンドレアとトモヤが毎週自分たちの周りで起きたことや海外のニュースについて英語と日本語でフリースタイルで話している番組です。
Okay, so today we're going to talk about the word eat, but let's start with the regular meaning of eat. So normally we talk about it, in terms of food, eating food, right? Everyone understands that usage. I think this is taught probably in like 中学校1年生's English textbook.
Yes. この eat はね、食べるっていうことで習う英語の単語ですけども、誰でも知ってる普通のシンプルな単語ですよね。
Yeah, it's very, very simple. It's one of the most basic verbs that we have in English, and it's used very, very frequently.
Yes, and we use it often.
Yeah, pretty much every day.
Yes.
At least once or twice a day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
で、この英語の eat に実は、別の使い方と意味というかね、あるっていうことでちょっと今回のエピソードで紹介していきたいんですけども So before we dive into, the phrase we want to say, we just explain some of very frequent usage first.
Okay.
But still, different meaning.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So ちょっと僕が見つけたびっくりするようなフレーズ以外にもちょっとね、いろんな使い方あるんで、ちょっとそこら辺を言っていきましょうか。
Okay. So in addition to eating food, one meaning of the word eat means to consume something. And eat and consume is kind of the same thing. In the case of eat, food, we talk about food, but consume doesn't necessarily have to be food. It can be food, and it can be other things too. For example, like battery. Yeah.
とか gasoline.
Yeah, that's a good one actually.
ガソリンを使うとかバッテリーが減るのが早いっていうので eat が使えるね。
Right, and I think you touched it right there. It means to consume something quickly. In a very fast way.
Yes.
Right? Or in a very, what would you say, like a very strong or tough way.
Yeah. Like this car eats lots of gasoline.
Right. And so actually, if you talk about American cars that were built not so recently, like cars from the 70s and 80s, they require a lot of gasoline, and we say they eat a lot of gasoline, or they eat up a lot of gasoline. They take a lot of gasoline to run. Yeah, American cars are famous for that.
Yes. 日本の車はね、そんなにね燃費が悪いわけじゃないから。
Right.
It doesn't eat so much gasoline.
Do you know why?
Well, I don't know why.
Because they're smaller.
Oh.
That's all it is. So traditionally, American cars are very large and they're very heavy. And so because they're large and heavy, it just takes more gasoline to make them move. And so we call them gas guzzlers.
Gas guzzlers.
They eat up a lot of gas.
Okay. That's unique.
Yeah.
Okay, so ガソリンだったり、電気をスマホのバッテリーだったりをすぐ使うっていうとね、eat up とかね、eat とかね、使える。
Right.
Yeah.
So do you have any apps on your phone that eat up your data?
I don't know, but probably a YouTube app.
Oh.
Which I use often. So this YouTube app on my smartphone eat up my battery.
Oh, okay.
quickly.
Okay. Yeah. I noticed like watching videos eats up my battery too.
そうね。ちょっと充電スマホがね、なんかだんだん弱くなってきたんで。
Yeah, that's right.
How about you, Andrea-san? Do you have any apps that eat up your battery?
Well, probably Netflix because I'm on it all the time. Like you and you too, right? It's not that the app is bad, it's just that I'm watching it all the time.
Yeah, same here. 同じ。
Or actually Facebook. I do a lot of volunteer work on Facebook, volunteering to help admin travel groups and other local groups. I've got about 4 groups that I help run. And so that eats up a lot of my time, and also it eats up my battery and it eats up my data. It's like a triple eating up.
Data too.
Right.
そう僕たちのその YouTube のビデオとかポッドキャストのオーディオデータとかまあそのいっぱい溜まってきてるんですけども So those files eat up my storage.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect usage. Yeah. It just consumes your storage. Right?
そう僕のちょっとファイルねギガがめちゃめちゃこう使ってるんで
Yeah.
ファイルを置くストレージが欲しいな。
Okay, so that's the second meaning of eat. We have one more meaning that eat can be used for, and it means to dominate something or overwhelm something.
I don't use this meaning often. Can you show some examples?
Sure. So I'll give a personal example.
Okay.
My younger son has a girlfriend. And they go to different schools, so they only get to meet, a couple times a month on the weekends. And if they're busy, then they don't meet. So they usually talk on the phone until late at night. But his phone time is kind of eating into his other free time. So it's kind of overwhelming his other hobbies. He doesn't have time to meet his other friends or play guitar or do other hobbies because he's usually on the phone with his girlfriend.
Oh,
so it's kind of dominating his free time.
Okay.
So that's one example.
Okay. So you say eating in.
Yeah, he's eating into the phone time, the telephone time is eating into his other time.
Okay, eating
hasn't
into.
Completely destroyed, but it's taking a big chunk of his free time.
Okay, eating into your time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if all of your time is completely consumed by something like phone call, you would say eat up.
Okay.
Eat up, completely use up.
Okay.
But it hasn't completely used all of his time. It's just getting into that. But there's a little bit of time left.
なるほど。
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use this usage.
You don't?
I don't. But it's good to learn. It's good to know.
Okay. I think as a native speaker, I do use it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I do use it.
So I have looked up another example sentences.
Okay.
Actually one example.
Okay.
Don't let your work eat your entire life.
Right. So you could actually use this if, someone that you love or someone that you know in your family works a lot of overtime and you don't want them to work too much. You could say, don't let your work eat your entire life. Please leave some time for other things.
こんな風に eat には、食べるだけじゃなくて別の意味をねあるっていうことなんですけれども、実は最近僕が個人的に発見したもう一つの意味がありまして、
Okay.
こっちは僕なんかもっと使ってみたいなと思っているんですけども、いいですか？
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm like, I would certainly know this English, but I can't think of what it would be.
Okay. You are going to eat this up.
Okay. We kind of introduced this at the very top of the episode, right?
Yes.
Okay. What does this mean?
これは
Tell
で
our
すね、
listeners.
Okay, sure. あなたこれ絶対、好きになるよとか、
Okay. Yeah.
気に入るよという意味ですよね。
そうですね。気に入ったり喜んだりする。Yeah.
そう例えばこの小説読んでみて You wanna eat this up
Yeah. Okay. That means you really love this book. You really love this story.
っていうふうに使える っていうフレーズがあるってことに気づきました。
Okay.
Is this common like way of meaning?
Yeah, we use it fairly frequently, especially if, like, for example, I know that the other person will really enjoy something. If there's a good story, I have a good story to tell you, or I have gossip to tell you, or, you know, this thing happened and I want to tell you, and I know you're going to enjoy it. In that kind of situation, yes, we would use this.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I never heard of this, meanings for eat.
I mean, we don't use it constantly, but we do. It's fairly common, yeah.
I see. So can you show some examples?
Sure. So, for example, if I have a friend who loves gossip, which, a lot of women do, a lot of people do, not only women, a lot of people do, I might say, hey, I heard this story about this gossip, this thing that happened. You're going to love this. You're going to eat this up. And then I would tell the person, like, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, right? Another thing would be, for example, if I have a friend who loves art, which I do. I have a lot of friends who like art. And let's say there's a really good exhibit at the art museum. And I know the person would enjoy it. So I invite them and I say, hey, there's a new exhibit at the museum. You're going to eat this up. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, something like
あなた
that.
気に入るよみたいなね。
Yeah, exactly.
結構カジュアルなカンバセーションで使えるってことね。
Yes, definitely casual.
Okay.
I would not use this with someone I work with or like a boss or anything. No.
じゃあ上司にはちょっと使えないね。Hey, boss, can you check this data? You're gonna eat this up.
Well, I mean, if you're friendly with your boss, you could say that. Yeah, you could say, like, a lot of people are friendly with their bosses. You could get away with that. Yeah.
まあね。
Depends on your boss.
いやそうでしょうね。まあ英語ってこの時は使っていい、この時はダメじゃなくてね、その関係性とかね。
関係ね。
So I can say to you this: I've got a new mystery novel that you definitely gonna eat up.
You could probably say that to me. Yeah, I would like a mystery novel. Sure.
そんな風に気に入りを eat up.
Sure. And I know you like coffee, so I could say, hey, Tomoya, I found this new coffee shop. They have really good coffee and really good pastries. You're going to eat it up. Yeah, I know you would like this place, right?
Yes. Our listener might have been overwhelmed of, for this eat. Because it has many meanings.
Yeah, but I think the meanings are fairly similar. So it's actually not too difficult to remember.
Oh, really? How do you remember?
I think if you memorize consume is probably the easiest way to think about it. Because even if you're enjoying something, you're still consuming that information. If I tell you, hey, I have this great story, you're going to love this story, you're going to eat this up, you're still consuming, you're using up that story. So just think of it in that terms of using something up, whether it be enjoyment or time or resources, whatever.
なるほど。何か、食べることだけじゃなくて、いろんなことを消耗するということですよね。
That's right, yeah.
Okay, that's a nice way to explain the concept of eat up.
Yeah, just keep it simple.
Yes. But yeah, it got me thinking what consumes most of our day.
My time? My dog. My dog eats up my time. Not apps and things. It's my dog and my family, right?
Yeah, we talked about apps before, so now we talk about something
personally,
different.
Personally, like looking at my daily schedule, work, of course, eats up lots of time. And then outside of that, my dog eats up a lot of time because she is very kind of high maintenance. She's a high maintenance dog. She needs a lot of attention. She needs a lot of exercise, and she needs a lot of mental stimulation. So it eats up a lot of my time and effort to take care of her. But I love it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yes.
How about you? What eats up your time?
I've been thinking about this, but I would say playing a game. This game eat up my time, and I don't want to waste it.
But you can't stop.
Yes. I wouldn't say playing a game is wasting my time, but I feel like that way sometimes,
Okay, but it just eats up your time.
Yes.
It doesn't waste it, it just eats it
Yes,
up.
just-
Okay.
Yeah, その通りなんです。
Yeah, there's a slight difference between wasting time and
Yes.
using time up or eating time.
Yes. ちょっとね、ゲームしてる時間はなんかもったいないなっていうふうに考える時がありますけども、
Okay.
皆さんもしね男性の方ゲーム好きな方いらっしゃったらちょっとプレイ時間にはね気にして気をつけてください。
Okay, well, just lots of ladies play games too.
I didn't know
I
that.
happen to not, but a lot of ladies do play games. Not only guys.
Guess so.
Not only guys.
Yes. OK, ちょっと次はですね今回のような、コンセプトを題材にしたちょっとゲームを用意しました。
Yay!
でリスナーの方にもちょっとね何が答えかちょっとね探っていってほしいんですけれども
All right.
She's gonna ask me a question.
I'm going to ask. You're going to answer.
I'm gonna answer it.
You might know the answer already, though.
I don't know any of answers.
You don't. Okay, let's see if you can get the answer. And also, listeners, please follow along and think in your head. Let's see how many answers you get. There are only 3 questions, so it's pretty easy.
そうね。
All right, let's go. Number 1. These are phrases, by the way. These are quizzes with phrases that are related to devouring or using something, but a different way to say it. Not eating, a different way to say it. Okay? Okay, so number 1. What phrase might you use if you want to say someone is taking advantage of another person financially? So someone is taking advantage of someone else money-wise. Are they A, drinking someone dry, B, milking someone dry, or C, spooning someone?
どのフレーズが、あなたからその利益を取ろうとしているでしょうか、お金的にね、これはちょっと以前のエピソード聞いたことがある人はもしかしたら分かるかもしれない、おそらく正解は B, milk someone dry.
That's right, milk someone dry. Okay, that's right. We talked about that on an earlier episode.
Okay, このようにちょっと3つの、ね、答えのオプションを出すので答えるのもねちょっと簡単かなと思いますんで。
All right. Okay, next question. My next quiz. Which phrase means to completely consume all of someone's attention? You're consuming all of someone's attention. A, chew the scene. B, bite the spotlight. C, steal the show.
Oh, this I have no idea about this.
Really? Okay. I think because we were talking about eat earlier, most people would choose A, chew the scene, or B, bite the spotlight.
Yeah. Let me explain the question itself.
Sure.
どの、フレーズがあなたの、アテンション、注意を、完全に引きつけるでしょうかっていう意味かな。
Okay, and the choices were A, chew the scene, B, bite the spotlight, C, steal the show.
なんかねパッと聞いた感じ Steal the show っていうのはなんかそうなんかなって思うんですけども、でも今回 Eat に関連するフレーズだっていうことなんでどうなんだろう。 Choose the scene?
No.
違うかい。
違う、ブブー。
正解は
正解は C, steal the show.
あ、そうなんだ。
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is a tricky question.
Yeah. Okay, last quiz. It is tricky. Last one, number 3. When you're overwhelmed by many tasks, when you have a lot of things to do, you could say you have A, bitten off more than you can chew. B, sipped more than you can drink. Or C, fried more than you can eat.
Oh man, this is very difficult. I don't know this answer yet.
Really? You don't know this one?
So let me explain in English じゃないわ。日本語でちょっと説明しましょうこの質問ね。あなたがそのメニータスクでこう圧倒されているときにあなたはなんて言うでしょう。
Okay, so the choices again: A, bitten off more than you can chew. B, sipped more than you can drink. C, fried more than you can eat.
I think I will go for A, the first
bitten
one.
off more than you can chew.
Yes.
Okay, that's actually right. Yay.
Yay.
Good job. Ooh, bitten off more than you can chew.
Oh.
This is actually a fairly common idiom that we use fairly often when you take on too much stuff. Like me, like I often bite off more than I can chew. I accept more work than I actually have time to do.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about, this figurative speaking, which I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
With figurative speaking is 比喩的な喋り方、表現、意味っていうことなんですけれども。So why like typical English classes don't teach this way, this meaning?
I think like, for example, if you're in an English class or you're using a textbook, they tend to teach proper grammar or proper phrases. These are more like colloquial, they're more casual. For some reason, these just aren't taught, even though we do use them in native English. It's just one of those things, like if you want to learn it, you have to look it up and study it on your own. And textbooks tend to speak or teach more proper grammar, more proper English.
All right, folks, we explored some of interesting meaning on the word eat, but on a scale from 1 to 10, how hungry are you now for more funny English phrases?
Oh, that was a bad dad joke.
Let us know your thoughts on this episode.
Wow, Tomoya tells bad jokes too. I like that. Okay.
Thank you.
We want you guys to know also we're more than just a podcast. We're building a community here. So please do sign up for our mailing list to discuss episodes, share stories, and connect with fellow listeners. We're even planning to host English learning workshops someday soon. So we'd like to build something together with you.
By the way, I have some funny story. I remember when I watched Star Wars Season 1, Episode 1.
Okay.
The young Anakin boy was saying, "Eat this shit," at the end of the story. So
that's a different meaning.
Yeah. So eat has many more meanings than you think.
That's a bad meaning.
Yeah.
That means I'm going to destroy you, right?
Yeah. But
take this. I'm going to destroy you.
Yeah.
Right?
But when it comes to playing a game, it
sure
might be usable.
Sure. It's like, take this. Yatsukeruzo. Yeah.
Eat this.
Eat this. Yeah.
やっつけてやるみたいな。
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can use that as a supplemental meaning for eat. Yeah. All right, guys. That's all for this episode. But if you like our audio podcast, be sure to subscribe wherever you're listening now. Also, please do comment and review us. Your review helps other listeners find our podcast.
And don't forget to catch our after show series, releasing every Friday on both our YouTube platform and podcast platform. It's a bit more casual, a bit more personal, and maybe just a bit more fun.
All right. This is CrossTalk signing off, bringing you English your way every week.
Keep listening and keep shining.
Bye.